watch this. It's my birthday. Look at this military stomping on my birthday, bitch. I just think that that's objectively one of the most hilarious trolls I've ever seen in my life. Just saying. Just saying.
Just clapping goes to El Salvador.
I mean, I don't hate it. Here's funny. Jeff Dice is this really brilliant guy. He was the head of the Mises Institute for years. But he said once, like,
I think your doctor's gonna say.
that it's the imposed.
Well, it's gonna be a random one, so he might not give a shit at all.
And the imposers always pretend they're the imposed upon. So like you'll even see, like, even when they go, it's like he's bringing in the military, he's doing all this. It's like, yeah, in response to what? Like, it's like, even like in that last video we just saw, like where there's this black woman trying to go to work, and it's like, who's doing
Play up your symptoms.
the other one here? This
Make it
woman
seem
is
more
trying to
serious
go to
than
work.
it is.
You're stopping her from going there. It is just so, like, the level of entitlement to just think that you have a right to do this to people is just
Isn't it like
so
the worst
insane.
house guest in the world? The one who comes to like roll out the red carpet. They come in and the first thing they do is complain, but they do it in the most passive aggressive way possible. You know what I mean? Oh, you don't have Coke Zeros? Oh, you know, they do that kind of shit. Oh, you don't have you don't
Talking
have
about me?
Yeah, I'm talking about you shit. The point is like when you have shitty Australian house guests like that, you know, it takes. One thing that I've noticed though is you can play this back on the annoying house guests. You can be like, yeah, we don't keep it. If you want that shit, go get it, fucker. And then they stop complaining.
Do you know the doctor's
like
next?
that's the move for Trump, right? He has to be like, yeah.
No,
well, I guess
it's
you
just
should stop
walking, so
rioting,
it's gonna be
fucker.
random.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. Could you imagine, like, I try to imagine, like, if things like really
Like when I went there before, the doctor wasn't even someone that I've ever seen
my family or something like that, and they
at all. So
first of all, I would not feel that I have the right to go to Japan.
We might be better than
Man, I really
picking
hope
with
they let
doctor.
me
You
in.
never know.
Then imagine they let you in, and you immediately start going, you know, I think this is a racist country that doesn't do enough to cater to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus, like, who are you?
By the way, typical. I think that this is a tranny that's talking right now. I mean, at least that's what it looks like. But Jay, keep playing. We'll see if we can
Hey,
detect the
Dave,
voice body.
have you been to Japan?
I have not. I shouldn't be speaking about it.
What do you?
I've been, really, and they're actually, if you go to Tokyo, they're
It's all Dave.
No, if you go to Tokyo, there are actually a bunch of Nigerian immigrants, and they stick out like sore thumbs, and they're basically just trying to drug tourists all the time. But anyways, I've been.
Oh, yeah. Well, have you been to Japan, Jake?
Yeah, I have actually. I've been.
Oh, okay. Well, then, as a content expert, because you stepped foot there, then I'm gonna immediately yield to you, sir.
Good.
Yeah,
And get
you
some
win that
fucking
round.
zero sugar drinks as well, not just beer and full sugar. Anyway.
Wants to embrace the visuals of strength. What he does not understand is that power does not come from fascist theatrics. It comes from us, from the people, from the consent to govern. That is why we are organizing. I see you on this call. You are organizing or joining an event. All right, I saw a lot of folks who are doing anything on this call. If you are organizing or doing an event, I can tell you that you are part of, as of today, 1,800 events nationwide that are happening, and the numbers are rising.
How is this not actual color revolution? And I'm not talking color revolution in the sense of race, even though that is something that is now becoming quickly in America dividing line. But an old classic Marxist color revolution. They are plotting and planning this out meticulously so that they can raise hell all over the United States while flying the flag of another nation. By this point, how are these organizers not being put up for sedition at the very least, Dave?
Yeah, well, and another, you know, similarity here, and I don't know, you know, I haven't done enough of a deep dive into this, and I don't know how much good reporting there is on it, because this is only, you know, these riots are only a few days old now, but the New York Post had a piece the other day talking about some of the groups that have been funding these protests, and at least one of them was a group that had gotten a bunch of taxpayer dollars and was very closely aligned with the Democrat Party. And I will say that as somebody, like, I've read a lot about, like, the color-coded revolutions that essentially...
do you smell the
in Eastern Europe.
forest fire shit in downtown?
The Maidan Revolution in Ukraine in 2014, where it's well
There's
documented
fire.
that National Endowment for Democracy and
Huh?
USAID poured something like $100 million
You said there's a fire?
into that street protest.
Well, yeah, in Manitoba or whatever.
It's very easy when you do that to sit back and say, oh, what, this was the
No.
will of the Ukrainian people. This was just an organic uprising, right? But like, I think one of the things people are waking up to is that mass protests are almost never organic in the way that we think of being organic. It's like it takes organization and money to get these things done.
Our
And
own revolution in the United States was not organic.
right, that's
At
right.
all. Not even
Yeah.
close to organic. It was run by propagandists and statesmen and people who were funneling money and spies and everything else who
Yes,
all
it was-
had agendas for the overthrow of the crown. That was not organic. I remember listening in history school and they were like, yeah, and the Americans just got tired of the British kind of pushing them around, and so they went home and they grabbed their brown besses and started blowing these redcoats all to hell. That ain't what happened at all.
Well,
Not
it's-
even
listen,
close.
man, and then people will use the term revisionist history or revisionist historian as like a pejorative or something like that. But the official narrative, it's not even just like with protests and the revolution. It's like everything. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten in arguments with people where they'll say something like, even if you're arguing for like some type of deregulation, they'll be like, well, we tried it that way and it didn't work, and that's why we have these regulations now. And you're like, you think that's the history of the world? You think the history is that the people rose up?
Are smoothies a good option?
They are probably one of the biggest poison.
We're being told to buy the orange coins, but these snot-nosed kids are flipping their allowances into $50 to $300 a day with smaller under the...
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about that. Hey, fucking guy. Okay, I guess Mr. E is the employee of the month again. What we need to do is make sure that we get up to 5,000 members in 90 days. We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're just past 6, which is epic. Also, make sure that you like this stream. Here's why you should do that, because it fucks up the Rumble algorithm and puts us at the top. I think we were in the I don't know, top 15 or top 10 for all of yesterday, something like that. And that was due to us messing with Rumble, which I enjoy doing because we can. Now, with all that said, a couple other things. The show today, we're going to go over the Daily Cringe, do a little bit more riot coverage, right? Just a nice standard show. The show. Enough of you fuckers.
I'm gonna break it down for you, all right? And if somebody wants to know what I mean by turn violent, all right, this is what I mean. If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tight because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County,
Now, no offense to this guy. I don't think he's running anybody down, though. I mean, like, I really agree with him in spirit, but I don't think he.
When
he
did
personally
the
is going to
fire
run
start?
anybody down.
I agree with the sentiment.
I don't know. I didn't even know that they were going on until like
Agreed.
yesterday or 2 days ago.
you're going to let the driver leave. In our county, you're most likely
Days
going to
ago.
get run over and dragged across the street.
Now, I do like
If I'm bleeding
how.
in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I do like how he is basically giving carte blanche permission to anybody who is caught.
The sky looked
anywhere on
kind of
the
hazy,
highways,
but
and the pedestrians won't yield to them. That they can
Next
basically
one,
just, fucking hit that accelerator and just start taking the fuckers out. I do like that. I think that this is a step in the right direction.
Agreed. Let's get
Yeah.
Florida.
If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail.
I also like that. Yes.
This
Tell
is-
me more. Tell me more.
This is like that Venezuelan meme. Jail. You know
Yeah.
that one?
Straight to jail.
Jail.
Yeah.
Straight to jail.
Undercooked to overcooked. Straight to jail.
If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail,
Hospital and jail.
and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs.
Yeah, the big beautiful dog, Jake. Gonna bite you right in the ass.
Love that.
If you throw a brick, firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains because we will kill you graveyard dead.
Graveyard dead, Jake.
This is America. This is the America that I love and that I thought that I knew.
Yeah, the one that you want to immigrate to in the worst way, right? Is that America? Yeah, this is, look, I got nothing bad to say about this guy. This is wonderful. Now, I did post this on Twitter earlier in the day, and there are a few people who live in that county who told me that the county is great. You can go 5 miles over the speed limit. They don't give a fuck. He said these guys don't care. You don't go around there and fuck around though, or else bad things happen to you.
Love that. We're not going to play. This has got to stop. You're watching what's taking place out there. You're seeing police officers that are being attacked, being spit on, being put in harm's way just for doing their jobs. You're seeing ICE agents that are being targeted for doing their jobs. And you're seeing obstructionists that are doing all of this, standing in the way of law and order.
They start.
Well, I think that county's probably not going to have to worry about anything, honestly, Jake.
Yeah, they need that guy down in LA, but yeah, beautiful stuff. I mean, what a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, him and maybe a couple of guys with the last name Rittenhouse. This whole thing could go away overnight.
Shooting, get behind me. Hashtag white privilege.
If we start shooting.
The cops, you need to be prepared to put your white body in between yourself and people of color.
Oh, I'm not going to stand in her way. we should do blackface for a day down there and pretend that we're getting shot. And
Yeah, just dive behind her.
And danger. So you just have to be willing to do that.
Oh my God, it's fucking wild. I can't believe this chick said you got to be prepared to shield all minorities with your white body. It's that's a wild take even for a crazy blue-haired progressive. Now, nothing drives me crazier than when a spurgatronic woman, like you see before you, starts talking in the speed prattle destiny meth mouth. Because you know that they're not going to say fucking anything. But there's going to be a lot of words. They're not going to say a fucking thing, but there's going to be a lot of words. Now, let's see if you, Jake, this is my challenge to you. I want you to decipher what, I'll stop this video from time to time. I want you to decipher for the audience what this garbled jargon that this broad is spewing actually means.
Totally get that. So here's 5 ways you can replicate these calm conversations with your own friends, family, fucking Uncle Mary. And I am doing this while eating nachos because it is 4 o'clock and I have not eaten anything yet because I'm dumb. Number.
Well, I mean, there's a point of agreement.
Uncle Gary was right. Uncle Gary was right. Yeah.
No.
First thing I've noticed is, first of all, you can't record a 60-second TikTok without eating nachos. That's not even a funny bit. But the first thing I've noticed is that she has the "I'm going to key your car" eyes. She has some very psychotic eyes, potentially a 1,000 dick stare. But anyways.
Number 1, control the tempo, control the room. You are controlling the tempo. They are the dancer. Their movements have to match yours. They're not going to do the Macarena to bridge over troubled water.
What the fuck does she? What is she talking about, Jake?
I think when she says control the room, she means just be as insufferable as you possibly can so that nobody ever wants to argue with you and people just avoid you.
Speaking slowly forces them to match your pace. You appear confident and composed, and you subtly shift that power dynamic. Number 2,
Okay, so she's saying that she is the bridge over troubled water, and that people aren't going to do the Macarena if she is being Simon and Garfunkel.
I am just as confused. You know, this breakdown, Jake, is just as confusing as what she's saying.
Speaking deliberately and articulating each word gives the audience time to absorb the message. Deliberate speakers are understood. Strategic
By deliberate speech, does she mean eating nachos while you're doing like meth prattle and upspeaking?
your audience that something important is coming. The silence itself becomes part of the argument. For example, you say you support working families, but you voted against paid family leave.
Oh my god. Condescending as you could possibly be whilst making a terrible point. Condescending and terrible point. Yeah, no, everyone's going to be, yeah. You're like a bridge over troubled water.
So is it strategically pausing, or is it just strategically being condescending?
No, it's intentionally being condescending. They can't help themselves but to be condescending. Yeah. There's nothing else they can
I
do.
didn't ask them a question, but that
Ugh.
pause creates a situation where they have to answer that. Control your pace, control your voice. If you're talking with a more reactive person, your deliberate pacing, strategic pausing will throw them off. They
I mean, if this was coming from somebody else could give this advice and actually, you know, like Dr. Phil, for example. If you search Dr. Phil, he might give you some similar advice, but he actually does those things and he isn't a condescending prick about it. But it's not rubbing off on me.
I enter these conversations with strong conviction and this attitude of, I'm not rushing to prove I'm right because I already know I am. I'm just helping you understand.
Just helping you understand something. Now, Jake, I'm very disappointed with your analysis. There was so much room for you to dunk on that stupid skank, and all you did instead was actually, in a good faith way, try to decode what she was saying, and I'm just as confused now as I was when we started. And I'm blaming you for all of this.
Well, she was a bridge over troubled water, so I walked the bridge.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for. What you looking for? We got what you looking for. What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
Why do homos take these opportunities to just be homos on TikTok? That should be banned.
What the fuck did I just watch, dude?
You watched
What the fuck was that?
A homosexual cowboy.
There's just some faggot dancing around.
You put it in there.
Mr. E came up with the daily cringe today. It had nothing to do with this. I'm not watching this, broad. I don't even know what this is, and I'm just not watching it. Here, this guy, he might have something good to say.
You know, I put that in just for you, Andrew. I knew
Yeah.
you would.
Oh my God, these fucking people. Veteran. Oh, great. Veterans against Trump. Here we go.
On all veterans, this is the call you've been waiting for. Call in, get your B bags. It's time to unite. Our country is being taken over from the inside by a group of authoritarian oligarchs. We have a dictator in the White House. The Constitution is out the window. Checks and balances are no more. Due process isn't happening. People are being kidnapped off the street by plainclothes masked agents and being trafficked to foreign countries.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. This is a big secret. This was told to me by a Canadian, of all people. And I tend to agree with him now as we're looking at the toothless wonder here described for us an oligarchical left-wing talking point nation. That anybody who puts veteran in their name, right? Like there used to be this idiot on Twitch named Critically Thinking Veteran. If you put veteran in your name, you're probably retarded. That's just what he said. He said anytime you put veteran anywhere in your name, you're probably fucking retarded. Now, so far this track record after he said this has been like 1,000% true.
He's 100% retarded.
Yeah, 100%. I'm usually right about most things. You just hate listening to me.
True.
Our tax dollars are being paid to wrongly incarcerate them. It's time. It takes 3.5% of a population to successfully conduct a non-violent shutdown of the system and demand significant political change. Non-violent protests are twice as successful as armed protests.
Well, when are we going to get to those non-violent protests? I haven't seen any of those yet.
So even though we are veterans trained in the art of warfare, we...
What do you think? This guy was, what, a line cook, maybe? What do you think he did? He's trained in the art. He's a fucking secret ninja assassin, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
my
will
God.
exercise our constitutional rights and show up peacefully and non-violently protest what's happening in this country, and we call everyone to join us. We need 8 million people to join this movement for it to be successful. And we're going to start this Friday. Whatever your plans are, cancel them. Washington, D.C., National Mall, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will have Dropkick Murphys there in person.
That's so fucking bad, dude.
That is so cringe.
So bad.
It's just another guy on TikTok trying to get his pee-pee touched. I mean, all they appeal to is the females on TikTok and Instagram.
Dropkick Murphys have been fighting Nazis since 1996, and they're joining us in this movement.
Dropkick
We're also
Murphys.
going to have hundreds of thousands of veterans in D.C. on Friday. I need you there. 2 o'clock p.m. National Mall. I'll be there. Don't meet me there. Beat me there.
Oh, God. What a fucking cringe lord this guy is.
Dropkick Murphys, is that another one of those anti-Trump bands that thinks they're like subversive?
Oh, Oh, it's a terrible fucking punk band, dude. It used to be popular when I was a kid. Just a bunch of old punkers now.
What the fuck?
I don't know, dude. Who the fuck put this reel together? Okay, we're we're going into Donut Shop Land today. Now, you may remember, those of you who were watching the riot coverage back Monday night. Actually, I think maybe this was even over the weekend, where we were watching the Triangle of Donut Shops. This was the hallmark donut shop that we saw 100 cops surround. They were not going to let the rioters loot the donut shop. Come hell or high water, they surrounded it. They had a heavily armed presence there. They did let them, loot the AM/PM across the street, but nobody was getting at those wonderful donuts. And this is a behind the scene of that landmark donut shop.
Charlie, you guys are closed, right? No donuts? Yeah? And coffee too? Alright. Hey, what's up, fool? What's good?
What's up, fool?
Yeah, please. Yeah, that's fine. Fucking. And two chocolate twists. Were you nervous yesterday?
So am I correct in saying that there's some sort of a guard formed against the donut shop? Like people will not let the donut shops be looted?
The cops do seem to have an affinity for these donut shops. They have surrounded these donut shops, and they have not let anybody get close to these donut shops. Not kidding.
That's amazing. Americans love donuts. Like, you guys have entire establishments just dedicated to donuts.
I'm not sure that it's Americans who love donuts, but there is, you may not know this, but here in the United States, there is a relationship between police officers and donuts, which is a very old and very long and very respected institution of police officers and donuts. Yes, it is the case. Yes.
Yeah, that's good, man. Oh, I did see you post the video. I did see that. I feel bad for you. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's the best donut spot, bro. I don't want to get lost.
It's the best donut spot. The cops knew this as well. They surrounded it. Hundreds of police officers, not kidding. I never saw a more well-guarded donut shop in my life. This guy paid like $30 for these donuts. A cup of coffee too. Fucking ridiculous. Yeah, priorities.
This Disney bathroom selfies got y'all real upset, huh? Saying, oh, Lily, you can't take selfies in the bathroom. It's not appropriate. Well, let me remind you that literally every celebrity you've ever enjoyed on screen has at one point taken a bathroom selfie. For example, and it's not just celebrities. Any woman you ever meet has likely taken a photo in a public bathroom.
Yeah, but in the defense of all normal human beings, men don't take photos of themselves in fucking public bathrooms. Jake, have you ever taken a photo of yourself in a public bathroom even once?
Only in women's bathrooms.
Wait, what? Is there a story only in women's bathroom? I'm serious. I've never seen. Do guys do that? I don't think they do. So why is this dude, right, acting like he's allowed to take selfies in a bathroom? I think this guy is very confused.
Why you ask? Because we look cute and we were documented. So what?
This guy is just a typical walking, talking embodiment of the autogynephilia. You know autogynephilia, the guys who get turned on by dressing up as chicks? He's one of them. Hard drive check, please.
About me, that I'm not allowed to take bathroom selfies. The easy answer here is, oh, Lily.
I like how he doesn't even try to do the voice modding thing. You know, he just comes right out and he's like, "Yeah, I was in the bathroom the other day with my girls, you know, and we were hanging out like women do. And I pull out my camera and I just took a bathroom picture. You know what I mean? Just like one of the ladies. Everybody." Buddy.
Just like Kim Kardashian.
It doesn't even try. Doesn't even try it. Yes, because you're a dude. That's why. So the reason that trans women are held to a different standard is because they're men. That's why they hold them to a different standard.
Feel what exactly?
That weird something.
So do we.
I don't know.
Trust me.
It's
we
like
also
a tingle
know.
in my spine.
we also know, fella. Don't worry about it. That this would be. I just want to. When this dude says some, he means almost all of them. That's. I just wanted to clear that up. You know, there is this misconception that, you know, some people will say the word some when they actually mean the vast, overwhelming majority. That's what it is in this case. It's not that some will never pass. It's that almost none of them ever pass.
They should be able to take bathrooms.
The Nilsson boy is a lovely chap. Good family stock too. This marriage is for the best. You'll see.
Sure, Dad.
Honey, we're desperate. We need the Nilssons' money.
I don't even know him, Dad.
You know me. Do you think I would choose a poor match for my daughter?
Dad, you're picking a husband for me, not a new dress.
Seems simple enough.
And now it's the privilege of the bathroom selfie. The war of the bathrooms continues.
It's one of the civil rights issues of our time.
Agreed.
Oh, so you're threatening to bring in the Marines now. Interesting. You're really asking.
Now, I just want to point out that all of the tough hombres with all of their tough hombre talk, I think if we have any of the riot spillage that I'm anticipating with rioters from the suburbs in many of these major cities, I think that you're going to find that this is like Rittenhouse on steroids, and these fucking people are the ones we're asking for it. That's what I think.
Like, what the fuck is she going to do about it?
Well, I mean, she's gonna look at her boyfriend and say he needs to do something about it, right? Isn't that what she's gonna do? She's gonna be, honey, you gotta do something about this. And then actually he's gonna be like, what am I supposed to do about it? Throw bottles, baby, throw bottles at him, yeah. Ooh, I can't wait. Anna is about to tell us what's what. She's gonna dismantle all of our anti-immigration commentaries, but then writes arguments. What I wasn't smart enough to see the difference between those two words, Jake.
They're criminals.
Yes, they are criminals. They are coming here illegally. Yes.
See their reputation out, can't we?
Undocumented in America is not a criminal offense.
Yes, it is.
Civil offense.
That would be a criminal offense. That would be a criminal offense.
Undocumented in America is not a criminal offense.
Yes, it is.
Civil offense.
That would be a criminal offense. That would be a criminal offense.
Like a parking ticket.
Which is an offense.
Here's a quick thinking exercise. Can you imagine if law enforcement did raids in the street, tear gassing people, hitting people with rubber bullets, cuffing them and dragging them away from their families because of an unpaid parking ticket?
They do! They do that. What'll happen is they'll give you a show cause. And then if you don't show up to the show cause, right, they will issue a warrant for your arrest. Not kidding. That actually happens. And then...
And if we had bands of people evading parking tickets, then that's exactly what would happen.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I mean, it's what happens now. They'll revoke your license, and then they'll drag your ass off to fucking jail. Yes, it does actually happen. Yes, it does happen.
I can't. Also, you willingly voted in a felon, so you don't give a fuck about the law.
Well, see, this is something I don't understand. even if it is the case, this is a left-wing talking point. They say this all the time. You voted a felon into office, therefore you don't care about the law. I don't understand. Didn't this person go through the entire judicial system? The law was applied to him. Then after the law was applied to him, we still voted for him because we thought he would do a better job than the woman he was running against. How is that a disrespect of the law? Isn't that us obeying the law?
Yeah, 100%. But even if he was, even if you granted the argument, why should we put up with this anyway?
That's a good point. Good point.
Dismantled.
Boom, dismantled. Boom, Jake.
Boom, roasted.
Dismantled.
Number 2, they commit crimes on U.S. soil. They're terrorists. It is so largely proven that immigrants commit crimes so much less than natural-born United States citizens, mostly because the vast majority of them aren't criminals. This can be easily sourced if you know how to read. Boom.
Well,
it's easy to dismantle when you don't have any reputation.
Yeah, the interesting
do some of that.
The interesting thing about this is like, okay, but what about their children? What about their children? Do they commit less crimes or more crimes than the otherwise domestic population of the United States? Well, you will never guess the answer, Jake. If you had to guess, what would you think, more or less?
Have to guess more.
More, yes, correct, more. But, they can just omit that, yeah. But, by the way, what she's saying is not even true. We don't actually know how many crimes illegals commit because they have no documents. We don't know. We don't actually know.
Dismantled. 3, they're taking all of our jobs and our housing. There's a reason they do the jobs that they do. They very skillfully do backbreaking work that supports the wellness of our country that Americans tend to not really want to do.
So, this
you mean all the jobs that
argument.
Americans did before they were there?
Yeah, but not only that, argument for slave labor then. That's what she's doing. Argument for slave labor.
Also, aren't you the same people that say nobody wants to work anymore? And that people need to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, regardless of the economic climate? How is it that they're taking our jobs, and nobody can get a job, but also nobody wants to work? Pick a lane, bitch.
I don't know. That was a very confusing. So she developed 2 different straw mans. The bootstrap argument, which is a more libertarian argument, and then the nobody wants to work anymore, which is a boomer argument. So she developed both these straw mans and then attacked both of the straw mans as though they are actual arguments which are being made from the opposite side.
Also, please enlighten me when an undocumented immigrant won a bid over a house from you.
That isn't what happens, right? They go into low-income housing, which is subsidized by us, the taxpayer, and then when they move into the subsidized housing units, generally crime follows, loud music follows, annoyances follow, and the property value goes way down. That's what actually happens.
Oh, wait. Boom. Dismantled.
Boom. Dismantled.
Obama and Biden did this too. Yep. They deported people too.
Yep.
More interesting times.
Why weren't you writing for them, though?
However, I don't recall immigrants being scared for their lives and their families' lives under those administrations.
They were talking about it just the same then. It's just that nobody was writing because it wasn't Trump.
People are being kidnapped, tackled, zip-tied, and sent away with no legal authority to back it up. ICE agents are playing the role of not only law enforcement but also the judge, which is illegal. Did you know that Obama actually set up policies to help undocumented children and families that Trump is now taking away?
Like cages.
Traitorous.
You
Dismantled.
ever seen those cut back clips of Obama talking about immigration and getting rid of illegals? It just goes to show.
All right, Doug, I'm gonna go.
He's right.